Hi guys, and welcome to Main Street Tea.
A new podcast brought to you by two women who love their fandoms.
We're here to dish with you about what's happening in all our favorite universes. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Ellie.
And this is Main Street Tea. Okay, so it's week 2.
Episode 2.
And we are learning all about the hard work that goes into creating a podcast, aren't we?
Because let's be honest, we can't just talk about this and pull it out of our asses. Like we planned to originally.
Let me just tell you how much I fucking hate making a logo. And I didn't even make one. Okay, so you have no idea where the process started. Like, I showed you the first one. Remember, they were kind of like black and white?
Yeah. For some reason, I just thought this was just some magical process. And we were just like, oh, add this logo. Boom.
No,
done.
it's like so fucking hard. Mind you, I'm not even making it. My husband's like helping make this, and I'm just like making him tweak things, do this, do that. And then so finally we get to like one that we all like love.
And then I'm like, you need to add a little bit more of this.
No, not even that. But no, seriously, my biggest problem was when I went to upload it, and it's like not fitting properly in the box, and like it's like too zoomed in, like it needs to be like a little zoomed out, and I like couldn't figure it out. Like it took like another like full day to figure out the sizing.
Did you?
Like, it was so annoying.
Did you break out in a rash? Just so frustrating.
No, I got the allergy attack.
That's probably what happened.
No, honestly, that's why like I didn't upload it. And then finally I figured that all out and I uploaded everything.
Oh my god, I absolutely so love it. It's so retro. It is just, I don't know, I think it's
yeah, no, I love it a lot.
Well, yeah, because it's something that you brought up of your own, and then both of our ideas, and just seeing it come to life. It was really nice to see. I felt really good looking at it. Like, yes, that's the one. When you look at it,
it's super cute.
Major shout outs to Jenny's husband for helping us out with that one, actually, and for being so patient.
Okay, so after all of that, do you have some advice for our viewers who are interested in doing a podcast, Ellie?
It is seriously so fun and great bonding time with your bestie, but it is a lot of work. So I'm just telling you right now, start with the great logo, colors. I mean, get the whole shebang before you're even wanting to plan to load your podcast.
Oh, you mean you don't think that people should record their podcast first and then realize as they're about to upload it that you need a logo?
Oops.
Is that not the advice you would give our fellow podcast creators?
Probably not. But here we are, still hanging on strong, not giving up,
yes,
obviously.
And I'm recovering this week from a severe allergy attack.
Oh my God.
All Sunday and Monday I was out for the count, could not breathe. I feel like I still sound stuffy, but I'm here, I'm trooping it. I mean, it was like my eyes are swollen, my whole face feels swollen, like I feel like I have a complete sinus infection. Like, do you not have any allergy symptoms ever?
Yes, only like
I feel like if you have to say then it's, I feel like that's a hard no.
Not like as severe to where I'm dying, like you were describing, but more like runny nose and constant sneezing, and it's so annoying, like chop off my nose, but not like I can't breathe and death is coming. Not like that. So I'm so sorry you went through that.
Oh, yeah, it's miserable. I hate it. I hate when I have bad days like that because, especially last week, it turned into like multiple days of just misery. So anyways, how was your week?
My week is pretty hectic, just with work and little. I'm excited to have her back. She just went on a little vacay. It's been great, I guess. I mean, it was hectic at first because I don't know what it's like to not have that time with her, but then it's like, okay, things are back to normal, scheduling, all that stuff. So
did you do anything for yourself with your time?
Well, I'm learning. Yes, I did actually putting this shit together by myself. I had free time to come here and wind it up with you.
Yeah, it was honestly really hard to upload this podcast. I'm not even kidding. And editing was hard. This is a DIY. We are doing this ourselves. It's a learning curve and a learning process, but it's kind of coming together. And episode 1, I am happy to say, now has a logo, a title, a description, and is uploaded now on Spotify,
Apple Podcasts, and Stitcher.
And we should be on iHeartRadio soon. And yeah.
Okay, so let's get started. This is actually a very interesting subject.
I don't know if you guys saw, but there was like the Post and then and who else? Like there was a few news outlets that picked this up again. Actually, like multiple news outlets, even Apple News, I think, picked this story up again. And it was this Facebook post of a woman who seems to think Disneyland is only for people with children.
Yes, that's exactly what she thought.
So she hates me.
So this entitled human being, she hated the fact that people were just,
okay, wait, we should not be enlisting you to read this mean, evil tweet. You're like, oh, I'm just saying, can you say these types of words?
Duh. What? Like the crap? Because that's what's like in there in bold.
Okay, no, that's definitely not the quote I meant. I mean, seriously, look at this thing. It's insane. She goes from screaming about how the girl had slutty shorts on, calling her a tramp and a bitch, saying that somehow it's this millennial girl's fault that her son doesn't get a pretzel because he's too young to be able to wait in a line for one.
I think he took up all the cuss words.
No, I know, but seriously, I mean, she cussed so much.
Basically, this chick is super upset.
I mean, you can just tell she's a complete fucking moron because she says something in there like, oh, people without children should be banned. And then she goes, but mothers with children should be allowed to skip all the line. Bitch, if only people with children are there, then wouldn't you be the only line? Like, what are you saying, that dads with children shouldn't be able to skip the line? They're like less important than mothers? I mean, no, nobody wants to understand what this person's saying because she's crazy.
Okay, first of all, bitch, it's not useless. And obviously, some people choose not to have children and just fucking want to have fun with their lives. If that's what they choose, then that's what they choose. I chose to be a mom, so I choose to share all these things with my child, and I choose to go to amusement parks, and I choose to go all this fun shit. Honestly, it's a lot of me too, because I am like the biggest child also with her, and I just get to have so much fun.
But it doesn't even have anything, I guess, to me at least, to do with like, oh, if you choose or don't choose to be a mom, it's like you're just a person. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Let's just be honest. She's seriously upset that she's not there with the fucking pretzel by herself, because it is rough being at an amusement park with a 3-year-old. And who the fuck wants to be there in line with a kid?
Okay, but in defense of that too, I feel like I would probably take my kids before 3 because I go so much that to me, like, and I'm pretty sure kids are free. So it's like
exactly
under a certain age, you know? And so it's kind of like, why not bring them? Because I go so much. It's not like one day that I'm spending all this money to go to the park, you know? It's like I go like 20 days or more a year. So I guess that makes me the kind of person she hates the most.
But I guess in her perception, it's because obviously she was having a bad day. The kid was throwing a tantrum. It is fucking rough standing in line with kids that are throwing tantrum, but it doesn't mean you have to shit talk someone else there that doesn't have kids. They chose to.
Exactly. I mean, it's just so ridiculous.
We're going on my birthday, kidless. It's the first time ever I'm going to be like guilt-free and not feel guilty because I feel she's old enough.
First time in 10 years.
11. Without her. So who cares? What do you guys think about this? Why shouldn't people with no children go to theme parks or do fun shit? I mean, that's why you work hard, right? You work hard, play hard, do the shit that you love. Who cares?
Obviously, I go all the time and I don't have kids and I have the best time, and I think that I buy my ticket just like everyone else and I deserve to have just as much
probably why
fun.
You have the best time too.
Because I don't have kids with me. I know, right? I mean, one time I did definitely, like, someone had one of those, like, crazy double wide strollers, and I was just like, these strollers are so annoying. And the guy pushing it, like, heard me and looks directly at me. And I'm like, well, it's just really wide.
I mean, I'm just gonna
like,
be
double down.
super honest and realistic. Not that it's
and Disney's
not
banned them now.
The strollers?
The double wide ones.
Oh, well, that
they have to be like a certain size now. You have to like fit it in this box. Not
really?
Kidding. Yeah, there's like a taped out box on the concrete, and your stroller has to like fit
inside.
In there?
You know what that is? It's probably because they want you to use theirs too. So then you've got to dish out that money.
Yeah, that's probably true. And maybe also tiny little narrow passageways because the park was built so long ago. So you think that honestly the some of the passageways, are only like maybe 6 people wide. So it's like 2 strollers and that's like it.
Oh,
so
God, that's
I think that's
nightmare.
probably why they banned the like super wide ones.
No, I mean, like I said, it's super fun when I take her to go. But when you're by yourself, it's kind of like that guilty pleasure, right? Because then you get to spend more money on just whatever. Not that you don't spend money on your kid, but it's like you're not buying anything for yourself. And when you're there by yourself, you're just like, oh, I get to buy this extra little trinket for me. Or
well, and maybe you don't feel as guilty about going to the nicer restaurants because you know that like you're not going to be dealing with a child like
I'm super respectful
getting
when it comes
sick
to
or
that
being
stuff.
loud and then you spend all this money on a really expensive dinner and you end up leaving it halfway through pissed off. I mean, I know I did that to my parents a time or two.
But anyways, back to this. I'm bringing it back. Yeah.
Bring it back. So, moving on from the crazy bitch at Disneyland who doesn't want fucking childless millennials to hang out at Disneyland. Sounds like she can pretty much suck it because
sounds like she's bitter and she needs to have more fun with the child.
The childless millennials who go to Disneyland department is growing. I feel like it's not shrinking anytime soon.
I think people are having more puppies and less children.
I mean, yeah, I might only have 1. 2 max. No more than 2. Yeah. That's for damn
sure. 2's
sure.
my limits. I'm good with like 1 more.
Okay, so okay, you guys, you didn't see this, but I just like winked to Ellie.
Okay.
Anyways, we're dropping bombs on you, Gerber. Okay, so we're gonna move on to we're gonna throw a left turn at everyone because we love our fandoms, but we also love a good reality show binge too. And we want to talk a little bit about The Hills. Ellie is really excited to share her thoughts and feels on The Hills. So we were just talking about it earlier. And I was like, I'm not totally caught up. I'm like 2.5 episodes in. So I'm caught up to the point where Spidey and Stephanie got in a fight. And then Misha and Perez had exchanged some words. So we were just talking about that.
I fucking love Perez. Let me
Ellie
just keep that.
Well, okay, so you're Team Perez because you're a Perez fan. But are you like Team Perez, his, like, who he used to be?
No, I actually met Perez way back in the day
then
when
does
he
that
had
make you
like
biased?
No, because it was just a simple hi. It was at a record release party in the Hollywood Hills, actually a long time ago, but that's a different story.
But, okay, so he was rude to Misha back in the day and, like, fat-shamed her and a million other celebrities. So she got her payback to the Perez. And, like, how do you feel about him, like, storming off?
I feel she's just so fucking dramatic. I don't even know what she brings to the show.
Wait, but he stormed off.
Well, he stormed off because he apologized and was like, I'm sorry. And he even said, I knew what I did was wrong and I knew what I was doing wrong, but I'm sorry.
So you think she should have accepted his apology?
100%. Like, he doesn't even lick her ass and just be like, okay, get over it. Like, who is she? Like, I swear she feels like she's like this massive...
Hello, she's the queen of the OC.
Really, though, is she?
I'm just kidding. I honestly, I think I watched like 1 episode of that and it was because my whole sorority house like made me and like during one of our events and I was like, great, I'm stuck. Okay, so Spidey is back.
Oh
and
my God.
better than ever.
She is the best bitch on the show, let me tell you. She brings it.
God, you
as much as I hate her too, like, but she just fucking brings it. And then
what do you mean she's so boring? She didn't bring anything.
No, I said, what do you mean she didn't bring anything? Yes, she did. She brings all the drama.
Because she comes with Spencer.
Oh, that's another
What drama did she bring? She's literally like a mouse.
Heidi?
Who is she getting into drama with? Okay, is this the second half of episode 3? Because so far I saw her like exchange 2 sentences with Stephanie. Oh my God,
you really haven't seen it. She's fucking hooking up with Justin.
Heidi?
Yes.
Heidi, Spencer's wife. I think you don't know
Oh my
these
God,
characters.
I'm thinking of Spencer's fucking sister. You need to not give me champagne in the beginning of these shows because I get all the names mixed up. Yes, Heidi is super boring in this show. I'm sorry. She is way... And she's sweet. I mean, she's not a bitch like in the original Hills, but she's
I didn't really think she was a bitch in the beginning in the originals either. I thought she was boring then too a little bit.
Did you really?
And a little bit like whiny, which she still could get whiny.
No, she's just
She was
more
always
like
like,
responsible
"Elsie,
and
you need
like
to be my
grown up.
best friend." It's like so mean.
Okay, we need to fucking
And it
edit
was
that
like,
part and delete that part.
Spencer sucks. I don't want to be your best friend because I don't want to have to hang out with Spencer.
Oh my god, I so want to fucking hang out with Spencer. I am not even
I
kidding.
think I would kill myself.
He is so funny. I was telling Jared, I'm like, he's such a big fucking douche, but he literally carries this fucking show. At least